지금 다운로드 받으세요.
You know, every time I see that FIFA commercial, I feel like the sickest esports elitist. I'm like, that's not a real esport. That's a sport. Just like the sports nerds, you know, the 35-year-old guys that didn't make it into the NFL and are kind of salty and stuff, and are like, wow, esport. Why is this on my ESPN channel? That's not. The
What's
nerds.
that Counter-Strike thing? Get that off.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that.
But yeah, it's
That's
really
too
funny.
violent.
As soon as I see a FIFA commercial, I have the same type of weird thoughts coming to my mind. I don't say them out loud. Well, I do here now on the show, but you know.
You outed yourself by yourself on the show.
That's right.
It's
I'm
okay.
ashamed. I'm ashamed.
It's all good. I don't really like FIFA the game either. Very popular in Korea though. That's why they've got a league. But
I don't really like soccer the game. I think it's overrated.
yeah, it's all right. It's fun to play. To watch it, it's like
Yeah.
It's kind of like League of Legends.
It's like there's like 1 point in a game. I'm like, huh. See, I'm American. I need basketball where it's like 100 versus 100. I'm like, yeah. Any one of these baskets didn't really matter.
Yeah. Well, we are jumping into game number 4 here. It's going to be a ZVZ Impact versus Rogue, and we're going to jump into that right away. So here we go.
Woo! Frost. Home map. Impact. It's kind of cool that that's his home map. We'll talk more about that, though, as we get into this game. I don't know the flow of SSL.
Well, here we are on Frost. Down at the bottom left in the red, it is Impact from SKT. One of our Zerg players coming out here today. And he will go up against this guy in the top left. In the blue, it's Rogue from the Jin Green Wings.
Rogue's got to pull it together very quickly in this group.
Rogue's in the same spot as the last game. He's having nightmares. At least this time he's not against Terran.
Yeah, he's against Zerg, but Impact is going to be one of the scarier ZVZ opponents you can really get because, and here's the thing, here's my thought on why he chose Frost. I think he wants to get into a Mutalist game if at all possible. Because like roaches on this map just won't be as good as Mutas, but like when he went Mutas against Curious, there had not, like I can't definitively say I've ever seen someone utilize Mutalist Zergling better. Like the way he was moving, it was
ever?
like I cannot legitimately say that I have seen better than that because like the movements of his army were like perfect. Like he was going in and out at the exact right times because Curious was also going Mutas and Lings.
Yeah.
But like he forced the Mutas to go to certain areas all the time and kept on getting little bits of damage. And in my mind, it was like basically perfect the way he did it. So that's what I think is, you know, probably why he chose the map.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense if he's comfortable with that style of play. Frost is probably going to be the best map to do it on. Very big 4-player map. Yeah. If I had to look at other maps in the pool, like there's Dust Towers, very big 2-player map. Invaders the other 4-player map that's pretty big, right?
that one's really quite big too,
Yeah. The only thing about that is that cross spawns are banned. I'm not sure if that's
Wait, you mean diagonal cross?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Invader, yeah. So
I thumbs down that map after I was like 1 and 9 on it. So it's hard for me to. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember now. Okay.
It's just massive. It's too big.
Yeah.
To cross spawn. So
and it's like kind of really ugly too. It's like so janky. Like the third base, I'm like, ew. The shape of the main and the size and where it goes around the rock. Ew. It's just like there's no feng shui in that map. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing that map a bunch today. 2 times in the first half, and then just 1 in the second half.
Yeah,
so.
I like to watch it. Any map that I hate, I love to watch and cast. By the way, Valdez, this is, I think, like basically what I said is coming true. Impact has rushed to layer, not even getting Zergling speed. Not even a Baneling Nest. Like, he is going to layer so quickly, and this can only mean that he's going up to Mutas. Like, what else would this possibly be at this point? So,
Yeah, pretty much nothing else. If he wanted to do something really crazy like a Nidus, he would already make a Roach Warren.
Yeah.
Although he is putting one down now, it could just be for safety to make this wall at the front.
And, yeah, I mean, if you're going to make the wall, you don't necessarily need the 2 Evos, and this could... You might need the Roaches. That's a possibility. Big Ling Bane comes in, you might need that.
Insta-Spire as Dan Artosis Stemkowski looks like the smartest person on the planet right now. And
oh yeah,
it makes a lot of sense, you know. If he's comfortable with the style, you want to go for it.
He's really good at it. And look at the map, how big it is. Like even in these spots that are like more. Imagine if they were diagonal. Okay, like Roaches cannot walk that far across. Rogue though, because his Spire is so quick, is almost, in my opinion, forced into going ground. Because it's like
you're gonna get too far behind.
Yeah, you're not gonna have any mutas forever, and he's just gonna be up in mutas. So he kind of has to go ground on a map where, like, the ground just can't get there. So maybe he tries like a Nidus play or something. But if he makes a ground army, how can he ever really attack Impact?
I mean, he's only got 3 queens at this point. He may have wanted to make a bit more, especially if he knows he's going up against mutas if he was going to go for that Nidus. So maybe he'll just switch into Hydras here and just get those out.
Yeah.
And it's not that far in these positions, you know?
I mean, you definitely can walk down, like, if you take that left path and stuff, especially, see, that's his third base, so... And that actually makes sense that Impact took that third. A lot of people might be thinking, oh, what about the other third? It's kind of further away, but this is going to be closer for his mutas to go back to save if any attacks go there. So I kind of like that because he's going to be the one over across the map. Right now we do have those mutas popping out, and now that Rogue knows, how does he play against us?
Yeah, what's going to be the response here? He immediately puts down 2 spores, and they should be ready. He's going to make 4 spores, actually. Going to take this very seriously. Is there a chance that he didn't know this was coming, or is he just waiting until the last moment to make those spores?
I think he was probably waiting because, like, it had to be that or, like, maybe a Nidus, right? Like, I can't think of anything else it could have really been. So, I think he was probably just waiting. He's going into that Hydralisk Den now as well.
Yeah, and makes 3 extra queens as well as the 4 spores. So he's got every defense in the game at this point.
Yeah, and he's going to need that defense as well. Like, Impact is extremely good at this style. Now, what does he do with this Hydralisk Den? Does he get range or does he go Lurker Den? Okay, he goes for the Hydralisk upgrade. You think he'll just make a Death Ball and attack?
He definitely could. I mean, what is Impact going to have on the ground? He is immediately switching into Roaches, actually, with +1 and speed. So it looks like he doesn't want to overcommit to the mutas here. He's forced a response, but he's only made 6. So in terms of what Rogue wants to do, he is going to have the bigger ground army, and he's going to have just more units. As I was saying, the upgrades are going to be ahead. He's already got the speed. He's going to have that Hydra range too. So
look how many Hydras he's making as well. This is a ton, and those guys are machine gunners. If you're going pure Roach against Roach Hydra, you have to have a lot more than they have. So,
Impact is going to have a massive amount of Roaches too. He's already up to 21. He's making 10 more. So he's not going to have those Hydras, but he is going to have a very big Roach ball. And if he can jump on top of those Hydras, wouldn't be so bad, especially because only 7 Roaches out here for Rogue, so he doesn't have much of a front line to tank. So this could be an interesting fight.
If he's on just like 7 Roaches, then the Roach army of Impact actually will win that. He definitely needs like a stronger front line.
Yeah.
You need a good amount of Hydras to be able to make sure the mutas can't touch you, but like, I wonder if this is too many. Because like a huge Roach amount, like just crashing into this. When they hit the Hydras lose. If they aren't hitting the Hydras, then the Roaches lose.
Yeah, I mean, taking it just an update here, 32 Roaches, 31 now. But it's because he's morphing Ravagers, and Ravager's going to be pretty good too, especially against these units off creep. He can definitely, going to morph a bunch of Ravagers actually, just to get a really high DPS army.
If he attacked right now, he would wipe that so easily. Like, they all pop out. Never mind, that's over.
Yep. He missed his time.
That was like a kind of a scary moment. Now we do have him kind of attacking in. Those Corrosive Biles will keep him back for the most part. A really great zoning tool here for Impact.
And look at the positioning here from Impact. He's got a really nice concave, and it's awkward for Rogue to fight into this. A lot of his units do have the range, though, to attack, and he is attacking from the bottom side, too, over that crevasse there, that small little hole in the map. So...
Wow, you just gave me a flashback to a map called Crevasse. All right, he's attacking in once again, but as you said, like, to attack around this, whoever's going through those little chokes is going to be at a disadvantage. Rogue can kind of fight against it with the Hydras, but I don't know if it's going to be smart for him to go through there anyways.
Upgrades right now, +1 attack for both of these players, but +2 is getting close here for Impact, so that'll definitely help him out once that does get up here. But Rogue is just mass-producing units right now. He's making more and more roaches to flood across the map. And at the same time, he's got a 4th base back at home, so that's a bit of extra production. And as long as he keeps that up, he should be in a pretty nice spot, although it looks like Impact is harassing a bit over there.
Yeah, he sent up something. Okay, a few roaches up here, actually, trying to do some damage at least. Those queens at very high energy. It would be nice to pick those off, but yeah, I mean, it's like Roach Ravager Hydra against Roach Ravager. Obviously, if you max out with both these comps, as we see here, Rogue should have the advantage.
Oh,
but look at that. Wow.
Wow.
This is going to make Rogue actually really dive in if he doesn't have any units at home.
Let's see if he commits to it. Another nice concave here from Impact, and it looks like he wants to fight. Let's see how he deals with this. It looks like Impact actually committing to this fight as well.
Ooh, a lot of Corrosive Biles do connect with his army. A bunch of Speedlings coming up to help out as well. He gets on top of those Hydras, and as the Roaches go away, he will be able to kill absolutely everything here. Impact with a very nice move.
Oh, man. And he's going to take out the 4th base, too. It looks like perhaps Rogue just committed to a bit too much at this 4th, and he didn't have enough to fight. Also, the +2 finishing up for Impact, helping out a lot in that fight. As he noticed, he kind of had the advantage on both fronts, and now I think he just pushes in and wins this game. There's just not enough units coming out here for Rogue.
It does look that way. You got to be close. Be careful when you get close to your opponent's rally points, though. We have Roaches coming out right now, but Impact's army looks fantastic at the moment, and more Roaches are on the way.
Impact looking really good in this game as Rogue prepares himself to GG out of another one as he loses the last of his units here in this game. Impact pushing in, Rogue trying to gather himself, and there it is, GG.
All right. Very well done there by Impact, showing that he is, in fact, a master of ZVZ. That was, like, really solid, considering he didn't have the Hydraless tech. They were, like, the same supplies. Like, no, I can make this work. Utilize the choke, do some counterattacks. Very well done.
And looking at Rogue's face after that game, where he just is totally blank, no emotion, he's just blinking, like in shock, where he's just like this. That is not what you want to see. If you're predicting Rogue to get out of this group, as I unfortunately did, I regret those words.
Sorry I had to put the gun to your head, but
I mean, he's 0-2 now. He's gotten wrecked in both of the games that he played. Like, Impact just outplayed him there, just as Bjorn did in his game.
I think Rogue might have, like, an injured mentality right now. Like, all of his matches lately, he's just kind of going into and losing terribly. And I don't know, there was definitely a while there where I felt like he was, like, improving so much. He was one of the best Zerg players in the world recently.
Yeah.
Why is he losing all his games?
Very recently. Like, a month ago, I suppose, you know. He's part of the reason why Jin Air was doing so well in Pro League, you know. He's not getting the best results, but he's decently consistent, at least in Pro League. But now, I mean, that just doesn't look so good for Jin Air and for Rogue, because he's not finding results really anywhere at this point.
No, this is really rough on him and his career right now. He's going to have a long sit-out period.